The causal plane represents the higher levels of consciousness associated with cause and effect. It is the plane of ideas, patterns, and the blueprint of life, where the soul's deeper purpose and karma are written. The causal plane is closely linked to the concept of a soul's evolutionary path, as it reflects the accumulated experiences and lessons from past lives, as well as the potential for future growth. While it is still tied to the concept of individual identity, the experience on this plane is more refined and abstract, transcending the limitations of the physical and emotional realms. Souls on this plane have a deeper connection to the divine plan, understanding their karmic purpose and the grand cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The causal plane is a way of thinking about the relationship between events, actions, and their consequences. Rather than simply describing what happens, it focuses on why things happen and how one event can influence another. In this sense, the causal plane can be understood as a framework for tracing connections between causes and effects, helping us see patterns that may not be obvious when events are considered separately. One of the most important ideas behind the causal plane is that the outcomes rarely occur in isolation. A decision, action, or condition can set off a chain of consequences, with each consequence potentially becoming the cause for something else. For example, a change in one part of the system may affect other parts over time, creating results and ripple effects that were not immediately predictable. Looking at these relationships allows us to move beyond the simple correlation and consider mechanisms that actually produce an outcome. The causal plane is essentially useful when studying complex systems, where many factors interact at once. It encourages us to ask questions such as, what caused this event? What conditions made it possible? What would have happened if one factor had been different? By examining these questions, we can better understand systems, anticipate possible consequences, and make more informed decisions. Ultimately, the causal plane provides a useful perspective for understanding not just what happens, but the deeper network of causes that shapes what happens next.